Some of you are so good in technical, but at the end of the day, you're not making anything. Some of you are even so wrapped up with the theory of being a trader, but at the end of the day, you're not making money. So guys, if you're that kind of person, this is probably the right video for you. Hello guys, welcome to this week's trade recap video. And in today's video, I want to be talking about I think one thing that you probably want to change in your trading, and I promise you it's going to actually change a lot in your trading. So before we dive right into the charts, my name is Elvis, and if you're new to this channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I post a new video. So I said you probably want to change something in your trading, something that actually making you not to see profits. So you guys can all agree with me that sometimes when you get on the chat, some of you guys you have a setup. Some of you are so good at technical, but at the end of the day, you're not making anything. Some of you are even so wrapped up with the theory of being a trader, but at the end of the day, you're not making money. So guys, if you're that kind of person, this is probably the right video for you. And as I said, if this is the kind of content you want to be seeing, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll be dropping videos every weekend, and the videos I drop are in relation to how my trading week went, and things I also learned and things I'm getting to adjust, because we learn every day, and personally I do learn every day. I learn from each day's trade, and just try to be better each day. So now this one thing you want to probably change in your trading is now a lot of us have been working so much on our strategy, but we failed to work on ourselves, and there's a big problem there. And this makes us to when we get on the chart, we are just so married to trade opportunities. So one thing that I'll probably tell you guys that you want to change moving into next week is that now you want to be an individual who begins to work on themselves more than they work on their strategy. And what does that mean? It means that if you're an individual who totally think that your strategy is is the problem, and now you're hopping around. Now I understand that sometimes it can be like an experience, and experience is always built on struggle, as I always say. So I kind of tell people not to deny themselves these experiences. But if you want to be somebody who is kind of so fed up of not making money trading, you've tried a lot of people who today running from here to here, guys, just chill out. You have to see that the problem is within you. It's not even so. Most times it's just like saying that what kills a man is it doesn't come outside of him, it comes inside, it comes from the inside. So you want to begin to sit down and ask yourself, begin to monitor your thoughts. A lot of things come into play, guys. A lot of things actually come into, I said, a lot of things come into play. So now you want to monitor your thoughts. If you're an individual that acts based on how you feel, trust me, this is going to be hard for you to to actually scale yourself in this game, because now you have to be stronger than. Now sometimes our thoughts are not us, do you understand? And they always lead us to make rational decisions, decisions that are not in line with what a good trader should be. So sometimes it's just be telling you that now for you to become that that individual who is making money, that individual who is actually funding their lifestyle through trading, you have to begin to become that person. You have to begin to become that individual that you see in your imagination. You have to begin to build those traits of that individual. And the question I always ask myself going into every week, I ask myself, how do I bridge the gap between my current self and my future self? And I feel this is a question that all of us should kind of ask ourselves going to the next week, because we can't just keep doing this and at the end of the day we are not seeing any results. Now don't get me wrong, sometimes there are a lot of frustrations that come by, and trust me, they are necessary, because they are things that will end up leading to your growth. But guys, the guys, we've been here for so long, so you can't just we can't keep turning around. The money has to be made. So guys, if you're someone that is still having a lot of issues, trust me, guy, you're the one. The problem is from you. The problem is within. So go search yourself. Think about it. Try to become more self-aware. Begin to, if you're someone that lacks patience, now your problem could either lie from someone. Now, see, something I've always experienced, and I didn't know that it was a problem, was I think I was someone that always played it safe, not just playing it safe, but I think I tried to play not to lose, And now, don't get me wrong, I was willing to risk, and I never even accepted that I didn't want to lose money in this game. But now, what I only figured this out when a certain time came, and I felt so frustrated with myself because now I see a lot of winners, and I kind of look at them and I second guess, at the end of the day, I'm not part of those winners, and at the end of it, I just end up getting. I am now a part of trees that are losing. So it's a question where I begin to ask myself, why is that happening? Though it was a very huge problem, I didn't know at the time, but I had to calm down and actually look. I looked between myself, and I had to begin to ask myself certain questions. I had to look within myself. I had to ask myself how, if I wanted to do this a long time. And the truth is, if you don't do this long time, trust me, you don't want to be an individual who keeps doing this thing. You don't want to be an individual who keeps making mistakes. So something else I also want you to change is, also when we come to the charts, we kind of stick with just one trading idea, and now we don't know the disadvantage that does to our trading. It kind of make us to be a little bit self-biased, where now you're just looking for sales and sales alone. Who told you that the market will do what you want? So when you also come to the chart, trust me, guy, open your mind, be so open to the possibilities of the markets. That's the only way that we can get involved in the move. The truth is that if it comes to the chart each day for myself, I entirely don't know what price will do. Trust me, you don't even know what price should do. Just focus on, applying your strategy. Whatever outcome it creates, it's fine, but focus on making sure that you've applied your strategy. During the trading session, monitor your thinking process. A lot of things come into play, But one thing I want to tell you before we dive into the chart is the problem is within you. It's not getting enough strategy. Every strategy works. So now you have to sit down and begin to question yourself. I always say it. How composed can you be both in winning days and losing days? So yeah, that'll be all for it. So let's dive into the chat. Coming into this week, trust me, this week was something else, and I think something I learned was we shouldn't be self-biased, because sometimes my the way I tell you something that tells you where buyers and sellers have come into the market, but sometimes I just kind of stick with one and say no, those kind of stuff, and they end up becoming losses for me. At the end of the day, if the question is, whenever you win, how much do you make? And when you lose, how much do you make? So I think that's something that, we've seen, and it's someone just, helps you that no matter how much you lose, but at the end of the day, when you win big. I'm not gonna lie, this first trade, because I didn't even post this in my journal. This was not something, I didn't take this trade, but this was an opportunity that happened. I was so biased. I took the sell rather, and it was a loss, yeah. But now this buy was something I took. We'll continue. Some of us, when we miss a trade, we are like, we have lost it, You just want to act based on how you feel. It doesn't work that way, guys. You want to leave your feelings behind. Leave about anything about you and just focus on the chart. So this was the win. Now explain what happened here. This was a simple liquidation of the low, and we got a confirmation, which is to break up this high. And now that was when it became valid. We also saw a liquidation of this high. They are all valid, and now we saw the break of this low. So it was also a valid trade, but the question is, who is in control? So sometimes it can be a difficult thing, but it's unfortunate that I didn't see this coming to the screen. This was what I noticed. So sometimes you want to be able to recognize them. That's only how you can begin to take them. So that's why now you want to focus. Being focused is something that you want to prioritize in your trading. Very, very important. Very important. So yeah, going to the 15th place, this was kind of like a zone I looked out for. And when price came, I saw the liquidation of this low. Now a lot of people don't know why this is a long trend, but yeah, this was liquidity. Yeah, so sometimes the tiny details really just puts a lot in your trading. So this was a trade that happened I think on Monday. I'm going through. I think I should have entered a trade here, but it didn't tag me. Yeah, so that was just the trade that happened that day, a loss and a win. So moving into the next day, so we don't waste so much time. This was a trade that happened. We saw the liquidation of I think a certain high that happened here. I think this was not a data source. I said that most sense are not marked up here. But yeah, I saw the liquidation of when I saw the breakdown structure. They saw that it wasn't tagged, meaning that there was no mitigation that happened. So I slowly just waited, and you probably saw this as the liquidity, and this was how price came in, and boom. Our price came, and price will try to do whatever I want to. After all, we are not the owner of this market, so we probably see how price went down and it came back to this. Now looking at this was also a breakdown of price, and seeing that this was liquidated, meaning that this high was being taken out initially. Now trust me, any concept used in trading, it wants to be something that you've truly tested for yourself, and your strategy is just an indication of what's happening over the other, nothing else. It can also lose at the end of the day. So that's why your risk management should always protect you. You want to always make sure that before you take a trade, you kind of like examine the setup itself. So when price came back, I think this was something I looked out for, and that's why I was able to place this trade. I just took up this zone. Yeah, and that was the trade for that day. Now moving into Wednesday. I'm sorry that I won't be able to go so much deep into details. I would love to do that in my comment videos, but because of time, and I don't want the videos to be lasting so long. But yeah, I'll probably drop Telegram channel where we could get to interact more. That I don't sell anything, it's all for free. To be frank, if you want to know the way I personally trade, you could learn a lot from my journal as well. So you're coming to this day, this was another trade that happened, the same thing, liquidation of the low. So at the end of the day, you just trade the same thing, and it's just the same logic where you see sellers being taken out, and we expect new set of buyers to come in. This was buyers that came in. What did we see? We see liquidation of that low, and now we see new buyers coming. That's why I even tell people that this is not, if you think that we are fighting here, it's not even a fight between buyers and buyers. It's not a fight between buyers and sellers. It's rather a fight between buyers and buyers. It's just like when you go to the market. What do we see in the marketplace? Do you see a buyer saying things like, buy from you? No, the buyer is the person that is literally buying from the seller. So what do we see rather? We see sellers compete within themselves. We see them trying to convince their clients, convince their customers, buy from you. Do you understand that? Now each of them begins to offer at a certain price, to kind of their customers to buy from them. The same thing with the market. These guys have bought from here, but it's unfortunate that we still see new buyers that came out to compete with these guys, just take them out, and we still see a huge buy. So the same thing plays out in different ways in the market, so that's how this trade came about. I think this one, because I actually have an aim here, I just use, because sometimes you don't see price coming to your destiny. What do you just sit down with? So you probably just wait for the breakout of the aim, and you just enter. It's just a little bit of confluence that really just helps a lot. Yeah, so coming into, I think this should be Thursday. Yeah, probably Thursday. I saw this stage. I think this was a mistake I made. Sorry. This was on the taxes I used. I'm not sure why the other data source was open. So I just have to use this year hat on my records. So yeah, this was something I saw. Trust me, this was just a probability. That was the mistake I made. But yeah, we are all human, so we all make mistakes. It doesn't stop you from profiting. After really, it is to learn. In fact, I always see it. So now I saw the liquidation of this high, and immediately I saw the breakdown of this thing. Now note, I don't actually look at trade on the 3 minutes. Everything comes from the 15 minutes. I just go to 3 minutes to wait for confirmations, and I enter. So now what do we see here? Then the liquidation happened. we saw how the liquidation happened, and now we saw the break of the lower, and yeah, this was me entering from here. Pew, got taken out. Yeah. So guys, one thing you also want to, I always say, learn to accommodate your losses. That's the only way you can win in this game. Learn to accommodate your losses. Learn to compose yourself while on the chat. Yeah. So this was another for the day. The same thing. We saw the liquidation. We saw the breakdown. You can literally see how price came back, and price didn't give us anything like confirmation here. Don't mind the pricing. Sometimes price can just come there and just give you you see a lot of sellers entering inside, just using them as liquidity, and that's what we also see how price came back to take them out, just tap into the main zone and move out. So price coming back again, this became a product place to look out for. The same. I personally took all these trades. I personally took them. I think I should begin to even post. Now, I don't like posting my profits or anything like that, but I'll begin to like post a little bit of proof, because not just showing the position, but actually showing you that, yeah, I took this trade. Maybe show you the reds, show you the blues as well. So if you think that people don't lose this game, trust me, people are losing money. People lose. Don't get it wrong. People, to make, you have to lose. The question is, when you make, how much do you make? When you lose, how much do you make? So don't play the game not to lose. That's the worst mistake you can make for yourself. So coming into this day, I probably saw this step, but I didn't take this trade because no, there was a trade here. I didn't take it because this it wasn't yet 8 o'clock. This was around 7 something. So it wasn't even yet 7:37 when I do come to look at the chart to know whether there's any opportunity. So I probably didn't take it. So coming to the chart, trust me, this trade has really happened. But the question was, what price trying to do? Now I saw this zone to trade from, but there was no interaction with it wasn't a supply demand interaction. It was just a normal demand that was there. Although it got liquidated. Now the question is, now, in as much as we have a lot of point of interest that I trade, the question is, some are more higher probability than the other. So now, understanding that, okay, this zone was a liquidation zone, I always know that liquidations are kind of more probable than normal extremes there or supply demand interactions. So I probably that this was just a pullback. That's why I didn't look to trade from here. To be frank, I didn't look to trade from here. So this was something that I would say is valid, but sometimes when you look so deeply, you probably know how to invalidate it. So looking at this was more higher probability, I validated this one, and that's how I see this as liquidity. And we saw how price came back and pushed to the downside rapidly. So yeah, this was the last trade of the day. It's probably case play. Trust me, I didn't know I've closed this trade. I've closed this trade. I don't know. This was Friday now, so I probably closed it around here, something around here. So what actually happened? So my chart is actually marked up this way. I probably look out for lows and the confirmation, but there was no confirmation, so I deleted everything that was here. Only what I have here is the thing that gave me the reaction that I wanted. So coming to this thing, I probably saw this zone. I marked out the liquidity, the first one, the second one. Now I know most of you don't know how I mark out all of these dots, but trust me, you have to test them for yourself. You can't just use anything. So this when price took out this low, I just waited for a confirmation. What was the confirmation? I waited for the confirmation, which is it's to get taken out. Sorry, this one, but yeah, since this one got taken out the same thing, I just took the extreme. You probably see how price came in, how price built this kind of. I think any even came out, but I was just looking, I was just laughing because I knew the price was probably just building up the kind of just guys to be taking out, and that was what price did. And we saw how price came back into this thing and moved out. So guys, this was the trades that happened through the week, and I hope that you're able to learn one or two things. I'll probably share a lot of value in this channel if you stick with me. So guys, if you probably love the content and you want to see more, I want you to comment in the comment section. Tell me things you want to see. I also want to know your struggles. What did you struggle with this week? I think it's also very important. A lot of us don't talk about our struggles. But those are the only things that could lead to our profitability. As I said, experience is built on struggle. So yeah, in the comment section, tell me what your struggles were this week. I want to know personally. And if you've stayed to the very end of this video, bravo. Like, there's a lot more coming, a lot of nice content that will be coming during the week. So yeah, you get to learn a lot from me. So guys, tell me what you experienced through the course of the week. And yeah, I could tell you if something I've experienced, how you could overcome them. If they are your fears, I will tell you how to overcome them. But this week I'm not talking. Our last video I've spoken about, your fears are holding you back. But this week is not about your fears be holding you back, but it's all about how you try to play safe, you play how try not to lose. You've been sticking to a bias without it just kind of like it doesn't create room for any other possibilities in the market. How about this thing so much like make you delusional, or kind of like create an illusion that makes you not to see what price wants to do. So guys, you don't want to do this. You don't want to be a part of this mess. You don't want to be a part of such chaos. You want to be an individual who can access his or her setups. So yeah, that will be that for this week. I appreciate if you probably watched the very end of this video. And thank you guys. Probably see you next week. Have a nice day.